What happens when a complaint spirals into a lesson you'll never forget? Karen strutted into Timeless Treasures, a quaint vintage shop tucked in a quiet corner of town. Her designer sunglasses perched atop her head like a crown. She was hunting for a statement Paisea pristine 1950s cocktail dress, something to flaunt at her next charity gala. The shop smelled of old leather and lavender, shelves brimming with relics of bygone eras. Faded lace gloves, tarnished silver compacts, and dresses with stories woven into their seams. Karen's eyes gleamed with anticipation, but her lips curled into a sneer as she fingered a velvet gown. "This is worn," she snapped, loud enough for the entire shop to hear. "You call these treasures? They're just old rags." The shopkeeper, Clara, a wiry woman in her 60s with a sharp gaze and a knack for spotting trouble, didn't flinch. She'd seen Karen's type before, entitled, loud, and itching for a fight. Karen's voice grew shriller, her manicured nails jabbing the air as she demanded a discount for the subpar quality. The other customers, a young couple browsing vinyl records and an elderly man eyeing a pocket watch, shifted uncomfortably. Clara calmly explained that vintage items naturally showed signs of love and history. That was their charm. But Karen wasn't having it. "This is a scam," she bellowed, her phone already out, threatening to blast the shop on social media. "I'll have this place shut down." Clara's smile didn't waver, but her eyes hardened. She'd dealt with enough Karens to know reasoning was futile. Instead, she offered a deal, a steep discount on the gown, plus a special gift to smooth things over. Karen, smug with her perceived victory, agreed, unaware of the storm brewing. Clara disappeared into the back, her steps deliberate, and returned with the dress neatly packaged in a small, wrapped box tied with a ribbon. "Our finest knockoff, just for you," Clara said, her tone syrupy sweet. Karen, too busy preening, missed the glint in Clara's eye. She paid, snatched the package, and stormed out, already typing a scathing review. The truth unraveled 2 days later at the gala. Karen arrived, head held high, the vintage gown hugging her frame. She basked in the murmurs of admiration, her ego soaring until a woman approached, her face a mix of amusement and pity. "Oh, honey," she said, "that's number 1950 Schiaparelli. That's a polyester knockoff from a fast fashion outlet." The room buzzed. Karen's cheeks flushed as she stammered, "Impossible. I bought it from a reputable shop." The woman, a fashion historian named Elise, pointed out the telltale signs. Uneven stitching, synthetic sheen, and a faint made-in-China tag hidden in the lining. Laughter rippled through the crowd. Karen's gift box, opened later, revealed a cheap, plastic replica of a vintage brooch, with a note, "For your authentic style, Karen." Fury consumed her. Karen marched back to Timeless Treasures the next morning, the knockoff dress crumpled in her arms. She burst through the door, screaming about fraud and lawsuits. The shop was busier now, a small crowd gathered, phones discreetly recording. Clara stood behind the counter, unfazed, her arms crossed. "You wanted a deal, ma'am," she said coolly. "You got one." Karen's tirade escalated. She flung the dress, knocking over a display of porcelain teacups. They shattered, the sound punctuating her rage. She kicked at a rack of scarves, sending silk fluttering like wounded birds. The crowd gasped, but Clara's calm held firm. "You assumed vintage meant flawless," she said. "You insulted my shop, my passion. I gave you what you deserved, a lesson in humility." Then came the twist. Elise, the historian from the gala, stepped forward from the crowd, her presence unexpected. She'd been a silent partner in Timeless Treasures for years, her expertise shaping its collection. "You didn't just insult Clara," Elise said, her voice steady but cutting. "You disrespected history itself. These pieces carry stories, lives, loves, losses. You saw only flaws." She held up her phone, showing Karen's rant already viral on social media, captioned, "Karen versus Vintage, the takedown." Thousands of likes, hundreds of comments mocking her meltdown. Karen's face drained of color. The shop's Yelp page, once modest, now glowed with 5-star reviews from supporters rallying to Clara's defense. Karen's world crumbled. Her gala humiliation was trending, her name a punchline. The shop's followers skyrocketed, customers flooding in to support Clara's authenticity. Karen tried to backtrack, posting a half-hearted apology online, but it was too late. The internet had spoken. Her friends distanced themselves, her socialite status tarnished. Clara, meanwhile, thrived. Timeless Treasures became a local legend, its story of outsmarting a Karen drawing crowds from across the state. Elise and Clara even started a blog, Vintage Truths, sharing stories behind their treasures, each post a subtle jab at Karen's ignorance. In the end, Karen's complaint cost her more than a dress. It stripped her of her carefully curated image, leaving her exposed as a cautionary tale. Clara's shop, once a hidden gem, now shone brighter, its legacy cemented not by perfection, but by heart. One question lingers. Was Karen's downfall justice, or just a harsh lesson? Share your thoughts. What's the line between standing up and stepping over?